You might want to buckle up, baby.
And now get ready for WTF.
You want to prove once for all that I'm better than you? Strap up.
Bring it on, Big Brother Tin Man.
Whose take is first? Brought to you by TireOutlet.com. Wholesale prices, premium service.
And the hits keep coming at 7:21. Good morning, Jacksonville. This is the drill. Beef's all kind of fired up.
Because he talked to Guggenella Beth.
Guggenella Beth called, said that we are such a critical part of her morning every day.
Shout out Guggenella Beth.
I've got the worst thing going. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She said she's a longtime season ticket holder, and she's Team Dan for life.
Thank you. Love you.
Excellent.
Cannot wait for Sunday again. I told you that before. I look forward to these games now.
Sure.
I'm giddy with
have meaning.
With excitement here on a Thursday morning.
I need a distraction. I am in the worst kind of a consumer battle right now. The worst one to battle with is your I don't want to throw anyone under the bus. It's my deal. I'm not here to ramroad them publicly, but with my my cable/TV provider. Yeah, I am in a battle with these incompetent boobs.
Oh boy,
beyond.
Oh no.
Let me tell you what happened with me in this case. Somebody hacked into our account. Okay, changed all our passwords, ordered a bunch of products and services we don't use.
Sorry about that.
Okay, and during this process, as it happened 3 or 4 times due to their incredible lack of security, we were complaining along the way, being noted with our 41 different customer service reps that we talked to that this was happening, and yet when we finally got it figured out and changed and password protected, all the charges that are on there, these idiots are trying to hold us to. I can't. It's unfathomable. It's the worst customer. And we say this a lot in life. So anytime you get to the point that you say it again, it's got to be just ungodly. The worst customer service experience I've ever had in my life, to the point of almost thievery. What they're doing.
Oh no.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Battle Royale.
Yeah. I won't tell you where X marks the spot or who it is or anything like that. Yeah,
gotcha.
I won't do that.
Keep that on the down.
I want to be, although publicly they probably should be known, but I just don't want to go down that path. So,
all right.
Play it safe.
So, in conclusion, YouTube TV stinks. No one has that. But really, just terrible. They're just
up here is PlayStation
just
View.
Getting past, in today's day and age, Dan and Lauren, customer service should be streamlined and better than ever. We have more efficient ways to communicate and talk. Customer service should be better in this country now than it's ever been, and it's worse. And this particular company is the biggest offender of all, and I can't wait until the technological advances change and put companies like this one out of business.
You get your cable through Dell?
Correct. There you go.
Wow.
I'm saying provider. That's what I'm doing. My provider. I don't want to be specific.
No.
As always,
yes,
we encourage the Googans to share their takes on the text line driven by Duval Ford, 641-1010. One lucky Guggen today will get grounds tickets and clubhouse access for the Web.com Tour Championship that starts today in Atlantic Beach.
Isn't that free?
And not the clubhouse pass.
Oh.
And they'll have a chance to win the grand prize, which is a pair of tickets to Sunday's Jags-Titans tilt down at TIAA Bank Field. And it includes admission to the Jaguars tailgate experience complete with food and beverage before the game.
It's a heck of a little
heck of a deal, man.
There.
I guess the question
By the way, that golf does start today. You go down there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, and it is free.
I'm going out there today.
Web.com.
Are you?
Yeah.
Cool.
The question I ask you today is, Leonard Fournette's back in the fold. He's practicing.
Yes.
Blake, and the game plan was different Sunday against New England, partly because of who you were playing and partly because of who you didn't have. But it seemed to really work terrifically well. So do you think the game plan will shift in any way based on the success they saw against New England, or is it like they're saying down at TIAA Bank Field, is it back to straight ahead, run, let's go?
With Leonard coming back, are they going to be a run team?
Well, I mean, will the success they saw Sunday against New England impact things at all?
Beef, the question is a little disingenuous today because you're going down a narrative that is unfair to the Jaguars. And I'll tell you why. Because they have the ultimate balance last year. The most rushing attempts, or the same amount of rushing attempts as passing attempts. Exactly the same. So just because Leonard's in there doesn't necessarily mean they're a run team. The thought process was, and I was rewatching the game last night because it was so enjoyable. Actually, it was yesterday afternoon while I was at work at CBS 47 Fox 30. I had it on in the office. And Tony Romo and Jim Nantz even pointed out the A-team, by the way, of CBS, the dynamic duo. along with Tracy Wolfson, patrolling the sidelines.
Hello, friends.
Thank you.
What are you, a promo for CBS?
Yes.
I saw Tony Romo in the press box.
Yeah.
Heart skipped a little bit.
Did it?
Yeah.
You like Tony Romo?
Yeah, I like Tony Romo.
John Malkovich over here.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good.
Yeah.
That was the best ever.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Open to the AFC Championship game a year ago, which was the best produced Open in the history of mankind.
Fantastic.
And it better have won an Emmy. But anyway, they were talking about this is where, when the Jags were up by 11, this is where you miss Fournette, because now you could pound, and I could bring up the Steeler game last year where the Jags, who won the game 30-9, threw the ball like 12 times. So they can do it either way, is my point. So I'm really not trying to knock you, Beef. I'm glad you brought it up, because it does allow us to clear up a misconception, I think, about the Jaguars' offense. Right now, they are they're in a good spot, man. Bortles is playing well. Hackett's calling good plays. Fournette in or out of the lineup. They were able to move the ball somewhat on the ground, and Blake's feet certainly help as well.
Here's what I need, because I'm unsatisfiable that way. I need now, as we go into October of year 2, I need Leonard Fournette to start running like the number 4 pick in the draft. Because we haven't gotten that. Now, it's not all been his fault. We'll miss a game here for a hamstring, a game here for a knee, a game here for an ankle, get suspended a game here. We've been patient. The injuries are part of it. I'm not saying it's a talent thing, but at some point I'm going to need Leonard Fournette in a stretch of 4 games to have 3 with 140, 170 yards. I need him to be Todd Gurley, Ezekiel Elliott, Le'Veon Bell. That's what he was drafted to be. They have been successful with or without him in the lineup, but I need Leonard Fournette to start showing me he's Fred Taylor in performance, not just in possibility. And
I understand.
And I'm ready for that, Dan, because this isn't game 2 of his rookie year. And Leonard Fournette's getting an awful lot of credit for the turnaround that I'm starting with each game that passes to believe is incorrect credit. He's a part of what they've done, but by no means the reason that they've gotten better. I need him to play, Dan, and I need him to produce.
I think he's a big part of the success of the Jaguars. I think he alone helped really change the culture of this football team. When you wanted to become a physical football team, they drafted the most physical running back in the draft. The play that defined our Jaguars' 2017 season was the sweep against Pittsburgh and come and get some Mike Mitchell, and I'll run right over your ass.
I agreed.
So but
the 4 games they played without they've won.
When it was, but last year, 3 of those teams were not great. None of those teams went to the playoffs. When it was 3rd and 1 last year, and he had 9 for 41, by the way, against the Giants, so he's averaging 4.5.
Again, I'm not saying it's ability per se.
Yeah, I understand.
I need more though.
But when it was 3rd and 1, there's 3 things about Leonard Fournette that changed the culture of this team. The defining play of the year, 3rd and 1, he moves the chains, which we never could do. I mean, the defining ineptitude of the Jaguars is London and Toby Gerhart getting 4 cracks at the 1 and not scoring. Leonard, 3rd and 1, anywhere on the field, pushes the pile, and then Leonard on the goal line with his hands in the air saying, "Get louder if I'm at home," or "Come get some if I'm on the road," dives into the end zone against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Don't disagree with a lot of what you said.
Yeah.
But I will now tackle. Now it's time for the production.
Yeah.
Now it's time to every now and then have a 154-yard game.
He had 10 touchdowns last year, I think, if I'm counting correctly. And
there is a value here beyond the numbers.
Yes.
I'm not.
That's what I'm trying to harp on.
But again, you're the number 4 pick in the draft, Dan.
Yeah.
1,000 yards rushing and 10 touchdowns over the course isn't going to do it.
Very, very good rookie season. Like I said, helped turn the culture of the franchise around.
The culture of the offense.
Yes.
The culture changer, let's be honest, was Calais Campbell. And the defense is why the Jags became great. The accentuation of a championship team is going to have to come from the offense.
I'm not going to argue, obviously. I know what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying. Offense did score 45 in the playoffs against the Steelers and had a 20-10 lead in the 4th quarter against the Patriots. But yes, the defense.
And if the 4 pick in the draft could have, I don't know, given me a 15-yard run and then a 12, and then maybe they win that game in addition to blaming the defense. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I want from him. I want the production.
You wanted miracles in the Patriots game where there was 12 guys in the box and he get the ball at 4 yards deep and had no place to go.
This is where it starts getting silly.
Go back and look at the tape.
Yeah, no, this is
the
where
eye
it
in the
starts
sky
getting,
doesn't lie.
This is
okay.
Yeah, this
it's
I don't want.
It's
Yeah,
bogging
it's getting
down.
silly. Yeah, way bogged it down.
So we're done with this.
Well, at the end of the day, I think you hit on the most pertinent point to the question.
Yes,
and that is they are a balanced team. So no, you're not
very balanced.
You're not going to see the Jags be a 60% run team
or a 60% pass team.
Well, they were last week.
Yeah, but they won't be every week.
Correct.
No, they
I like what they did. I think they're really good ones, Dan. Don't define themselves. They do it by what the other team is.
I agree.
Right? Remember the one game that Belichick came out and threw it like 22 times in a row against Pittsburgh?
Yep.
The Jags almost, especially considering the Jags brand of normal football, that's almost what they did against New England. Pass, and perfectly designed. And let's hope that the same build up.
Right now, 544 yards passing, 241 yards rushing to start the season.
Yeah, that's got to be. It's not so much the yards; it's the snap count.
But 51 points is beautiful, and I'm pretty sure that defense will say, "Bro, you average 25 and a half a game. We're gonna win.
Fine.
We're gonna win a bunch of them."
10 touchdowns regular season, 4 in the postseason.
4 in the postseason too, where he was dynamic.
I know.
Yeah.
I need that consistency. Whether it's the
but again, twisting the ankle against Pittsburgh, he was having on his way to a monster game against the Steelers.
It may be a monster year when he got hurt the first time around.
I think he had 80 yards rushing like in the first half against Pittsburgh. Remember that one where he bounced outside and shot down the sideline? It was terrific.
I know what that ceiling is. That's why I'd like to see it 3-4 weeks in a row. And with this, imagine, Dan, if Leonard Fournette's going 27 for 144, they're unbeatable.
Oh, well, imagine if Blake goes.
He's not going to do
377, 4 touchdowns. So
probably not going to.
What I'm saying is, you can't go 19-0 until you go 2-0.
This is the drill.
We've gone 2-0.
That's right. So we're ready.
It's a custom tree surgeons Thursday.
Here we go.
That absolutely is the all pro, top shelf, A1, any and all the time. If you may not need them now, you probably don't. And it doesn't take a storm blowing through for you to realize that, oh, my God, that oak tree's dying, or I'm finally ready to get rid of this stump that's been here since we moved in. They will always leave your property to clean up behind themselves, leave it looking a lot better than before they came in and dealt with whatever it is you need dealt with. For all your tree needs, it's Custom Tree Surgeons and CustomTreeSurgeons.com. Go inside the injury report. Doc Kevin Murphy next.